What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every single day on Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Today, we're going to be taking a look at our support and resistance, what areas I'm watching for the break. I am still bearish here, but we do take a look at both the bearish and the bullish case scenario, so you can decide. Let's check it out. All right, guys, as always, it's not financial advice, trading advice, none of that. There's a disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. Make sure you read it. And we are going to take a look at the news headlines first to get our feel for the sentiment on the daily news. Also, guys, I want to thank everybody that's been hitting the like button. Leave your comments down below. It's helped the channel tremendously. We got a lot of views yesterday, so don't forget to hit the likes. Leave your comment down below, and let's get on with it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want daily updates. So, news headlines. Starts off with $10,000. Is it a bull trap? Why Bitcoin price is now likely to pull back, which I've been calling for. I still believe we're due for a big pullback. Regardless of everybody being extremely bullish. If you're bullish, you know, you're bullish. If you're bearish, you're bearish. I am bearish. JP Morgan, Bitcoin's biggest enemy, suddenly appears to be talking more about it. Bitcoin, $100,000 probability, speculation, or economic theory. Bitcoin rising, Satoshi discoveries, and Google enters the race. Is Bitcoin finally ready to break out above 10,000? Bitcoin recovers from downward price spiral. So, kind of mixed news. Let's look at the fear and greed index. We're at 51. We raised 3 points from yesterday. We were at 48. We're still in the neutral territory. People are getting a little more greedy. Still in the neutral, though. And this is the monthly. This is, I believe, there's a good possibility we will see a big move today if the move is going to be down. For one, I've had these trend lines here for the monthly chart. 93.40 and 85.57, a close above this. Bullish, close in the middle. Neutral, close below the 85.50. Extremely bearish. Could we drop that far in one day? Definitely a possibility. Is it likely? Probably not, but I do still expect a drop. We do have the 55 EMA down here at 5,400. And as you guys know, that's been a target of mine for a long time. The Ethereum target did hit that we've had up for a long time. Not the target I was expecting, but we did have it there, and I did show it as a possibility of the 0.786 retracement. We'll be taking a look at that and why I believe Litecoin and Ethereum have topped out, and I will show you that. Everything could get one more little push up. It's possible. We'll talk about that too. Don't forget about my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. Check it out. There's a link to it down below. She's got a lot of cool stuff. It's a great way to support the channel. I appreciate all you guys that have been supporting the channel through there. Shout out to all of you. Let's look at the weekly. So the weekly, we still have this 10,340. Guys, the only time I'm really going to get, longer term bullish, obviously I'm a believer of Bitcoin. I am bullish in the long term for sure, but as of right now, I'm still bearish unless we cross this trend line here off of these wicks. That's the only thing that's going to make me bullish, and if it was done today, it would have to cross 10,340 for this weekly candle. Unless we get a spike to that, these are still tweezer tops. I do believe this is definitely possible to come back down and at least test the top of this trend line around the 8,500. Let's look at, although the EMAs, guys, as you guys know, I like my EMAs, are looking pretty damn bullish. They have all crossed, but we see what happened last time they crossed over here. And it seems like each time they crossed the 55 EMA, we're getting weaker and weaker and weaker. I do see a downward move coming, in my opinion, but remember, a break of this 10.34, if it was today on the weekly, and that closes tonight, I would get pretty damn bullish. We do have a target looking at this as a falling broadening wedge, which I do not consider it that anymore, but the breakout of that was around $15,700 range. All right, the weekly RSI, we are still above. We've got a test of this and came back out of the channel. If we close back inside this channel on the weekly, And it's still possible. As you guys know, the RSI follows the body, not the wicks. If we do get a big drop, that will put us back down in here. We'll see what happens. Maybe we just get another test here and back up, but we'll take a look at both cases. As you guys know, I've been watching this possible symmetrical triangle here, and we will take a look. We're going to this is the daily, then we'll go into the 4 hour, and then we're going to take a look at another way to look at it before we go into Litecoin and Bitcoin. So, as you guys know, I was watching this rising broadening wedge in the RSI on the daily. We did get rejected off it twice now. Is that it? Have we topped? I do think we could get one more push up today, and I'll show you why I believe that before going down, if I'm correct. A break of this top trend line here, the measured move of that is 11.9. So if we break above around the $8,000 or $9,800 range, that's going to be bullish. But as you guys know, I've been watching this channel here, and let's take a measured move of that channel. If we were to break down from this channel in the next day or two, our target's around the $6,400 to $6,500 range. We do have the golden retracement zone from this swing low to this swing high right around 62.20. So between the 0.65 and 0.618 is 6,030 to 6,230, somewhere in that range. I do still have this target I've been watching at 5,400, 0.786 retracements at 51.68, and we've talked about this. There is a 4 hour gap down here on the CME, and another way to get that would be going from this swing high to the swing low, and this is using the Fibonacci extension, and then to this swing high here. That would be a 1-to-1 extension. So keep that in mind. It's still a possibility. And if we look at the volume, guys, the volume's still declining while we're going up in this channel. That looks bearish to me. I know a lot of people, the more and more people get bullish, the more and more likely this thing is to retrace and retrace hard. If it continues up, the longer it goes right now, the harder the retracement's going to be. And unless we can break above the 10.5 and hold that as support, I don't think we're ready for that. Again, guys, I could be wrong. Always remember, this is my opinion, not yours. So anyways, looking at it in the 4 hour. Like I said, yesterday I had a target here of 98.14, and said if that broke, that would break us out of the channel. Obviously, it's a new day. We're looking more around the $7,990 to $8,000 range for a break of this today. If we do get a break of that, it's most likely going to be bullish, but we could get a fake out to the 10.3 that we talked about on the weekly, hit that, get rejection, and come down. Otherwise, if we break through that, then then we're looking at our upper target, which would be retesting the top of this rising channel. And again, Litecoin and Bitcoin are giving us some clues here. So let's take a look at those. I do want to look at the divergence in here, and I showed this yesterday. You can see this top here, we're getting lower highs in the RSI, and this is on the daily. And if you look here, we're getting lower highs in the price action, higher highs in the RSI. That's bearish. It's hidden bearish divergence. We did break down out of this now. And I showed you a couple different ways that we could make this trend line here. This could go right here along these touches here, and we tried to get above it, and we are back down below it now. It all depends on how you want to draw these trends, which way is correct. We'll know soon. I believe today might be a pretty volatile day. But if we look here, it does look like the RSI is ready to come back down, which could be the drop here. If we do a measured move of this rising channel I have here, and if we broke down today or tomorrow, we're looking, like I said, around that 64 to 6,500 range. And if that is not the hold, then we could be looking at our newer lows. But remember what happens when we top, guys, like this. Before this was all formed, people were looking at it as a symmetrical triangle, just like this, off of these wicks. They were talking about that being a symmetrical triangle, just like they're talking about this. A lot of times, guys, them break down. We looked at some examples over here. Let me get this back out of here. And remember that this that everyone's looking at as a symmetrical triangle could definitely be, and I'll show you here. If we draw the top resistance and we come across the bottom here for a descending triangle, and a measured move of the break out of the bottom of that would be approximately, and that's a break below around the 86.50. That would get us down to around the $7,200 range. So there's a lot of stuff still pointing down. Although the EMAs, like I said, are looking bullish, even in the 4 hour, as you can see, they're flipped. But like I said, it looks like it's getting weaker and weaker as we go up this way. So be cautious. And don't forget, I'll leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top if you guys are interested in trading on leverage. Just be careful. Don't use super high leverage. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. And yeah, just be careful. Learn to use money management. There's a Savy 50 promo code for that. You get 50% on top of your deposit up to 1 Bitcoin. Savy 25 gets you 25% off your fees. And yes, you can use both of them, both your promo codes at the same time. And then I also have a Bybit and a Dudex link down below with bonuses on them also. So check them out. Depends on what kind of trading you're doing to what kind of exchange you might use. I like Prime XBT because you can trade Forex, gold, silver, all kinds of different stuff. So check it out. And looking again at the volume here on the daily, zoom in a little bit. As you can see, the volume is declining the whole time we're in this rising channel, guys. It looks bearish, just like what we did over here. This thing is due for a correction, in my opinion. So anyways, that's where I'm at. Let's look at Litecoin real quick. This is a 4 hour. Litecoin has got rejected at the point. Get over here. The 0.38. Right here, the 0.386. We did get some rejection there. But if we look at the RSI, guys, this is why I'm thinking we're topped out. As you can see, we have a falling channel here. We did get a major rejection up here. I don't believe that we will get another push up. I don't want to say that. We could get another push up and another test of this and get a little bit higher high and create some divergence. We could get as high as a 51.20. I don't think that's going to happen, but keep that in mind. That is a possibility, but it's looking pretty bearish. Same with Ethereum. We've had this target here. Look at that. I didn't do Ethereum yesterday, but we've had this target for weeks since this drop. And that's the 0.786 retracement. And we hit that almost dead on, guys. And then if we look at the RSI, we seem to be topped out for sure on the RSI also. This will most likely, if you guys aren't familiar with the RSI, this will most likely, what I'm seeing, and it's not a guarantee, but the possibility, inverse head and shoulders and come back down to retest down here. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for today. Sorry, short video. It's Sunday. Got stuff to do. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Don't forget to click CryptoSavy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash those likes, guys. Leave your comments. I'm out.